Is the issue of the ongoing doctor strike. I think that's irrelevant. I will not have a lot of information on the same, but for the last 1 month or so, our doctors have been on strike nationally. There are counties that are affected to a very large extent, and there are some that witnessed minor or very mild strikes. The reason for this is because the issues that were raised by the doctors and the demands that were raising, there are some that are county specific, and we also have national issues, probably the ones that are supposed to be addressed by the national government. So we have our own issues as county governments, and we have issues that are cross-cutting, and these are the ones that are supposed to be addressed by the national government, like the issue of internship and the interns and the payments. So those are the issues that are supposed to be addressed by the national government. But we also have specific issues that need to be addressed by each and every county, depending on how they negotiate with their doctors. This includes things like comprehensive medical scheme, which for our case we've been able to do, promotion of doctors, which for our case we've been able to do, giving room for our doctors to advance in their education, which for our case we have been able to address. So when we analyze and look at those issues, I think for us as Bomet, most of the issues that were supposed to be done by the county government of Bomet have actually been done. And probably that is why you don't hear a lot of noise, as much as we are alive to the fact that there are other issues that are still outstanding. I think for our case, I want to report that we have been able to cover most of those issues that probably have not been covered by other counties. So we don't have a lot of quarrels with our doctors. I don't want to say that they are very comfortable, but there are still things that are still outstanding. And we have been having discussions. Even before the start of the strike, I think we had around 2 sessions discussing with their unions to see how we can address these issues that are a concern to them, and it's also a concern to us, because human beings are very interesting. Unless we address whatever is affecting them, then probably they will not give 100% in terms of the performance. So far, I want to say I'm happy with the progress that we are making with our doctors. Of course, I don't have a lot of complaints, and I want to still request our doctors to continue giving services to our people, because at the end of the day, we will agree. But if we lost lives, then those lives can never be recovered. But when it comes to money, we can even pay money in arrears, but we cannot get back lives that have been lost. So I want to thank my doctors in Bomet for understanding. As much as they have issues and their own demands, they have been very understanding. And on behalf of the residents of Bomet and all the residents of this Republic of Kenya, I want to congratulate my doctors. Let us continue having those discussions and see the ones that we can address, we'll address. The ones that needs time, probably because we don't have budget, we'll wait until such a time when we have money. Otherwise, so far so good, and services in our facilities are going on, but we are also going on with the discussions guided by the framework that has been put in place by the whole government approach. It depends on the way you look at it. Of course, when we have people who are very stubborn, they don't want to listen, at times option can be dismissing them. But it cannot be a solution, because at the end of the day, we'll still require the services of those doctors. And that is why, as county governments and even the national government, we are encouraging that we come to the table, let us reason together, let us agree, and also disagree where we feel that we may not have an area to converge. But remember that we have wananchi that has legitimate right to access health services. And these salaries that we are paying to these doctors come from the same Wanjiku who need services in our hospitals. So as much as dismissing may not be a solution, but when we are pushed to the corner, then we have no option. But so far, I don't have any threats for our doctors in Bomet. I'm not threatening to dismiss anyone because they have been very cooperative and they have been very reasonable. So, and I want to assure them of my support where I can. Where we need prayers and hope for a better tomorrow, we'll also agree. Thank you.
Kamau, kutoka Narok County. Niko Longiza, River Hospital. Admitiwa Friday mpaka wa leo. Wacha niseme hii hospital Mungu awabariki sababu hospital zingine wako on strike, lakini hii inahudumia wagonjwa vizuri. Sababu nilikuja nikiwa na mashida na nimeona improvement. Mungu awabariki sababu wengine unaenda kuna mtu anakushughulikia, lakini hii kuongea ukweli wametia bidii yao. Wanajaribu juu chini kutibu wagonjwa wao na wanapata nafuu na wanaenda nyumbani. Haswa wamama wajawazito wengine wangekufa, lakini hapa naona wanaendelea vizuri, wanawasaidia vizuri na wanasaidika, wanaenda nyumbani wakiwa wazima na watoto wao. Mungu awabariki.
Kwa majina naitwa Naomi Kerubo. Natoka Kijauri, Kisii County. Nilitoka hapo all the way nikakuja hapa Longiza. Longiza nilikuja nikiwa hali mahututi. Nilikuja nikiwa hali mahututi. Hao madaktari walinishughulikia sana. Walinisaidia uhai wangu. Mungu pia naye akanyoosha mkono wake akanisaidia. Hii Longiza inashughulikia sana, inatibu, inashughulikia sana kama wamama wenye mimba inatoka kabla miezi kufika, pia wao wanasaidiwa. Wamenisaidia kama mimi nilikuwa hali mahututi sana, lakini nimeona madaktari hawa wanatibu vizuri, wanasaidia.
Naitwa Masi Jebet kutoka Kapkatet, Kericho County. Nilikuja hapa wakati mtoto wangu alikuwa mgonjwa, alikuwa hali ya mahututi. Sasa venye nilikuja hapa mtoto wangu amesaidika, sasa amepata nafuu. Tunashukuru Longiza, Mungu awabariki madaktari wa Longiza. Asante sana.